Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the Midday Live on a Monday, fresh, whether you're on your lunch break, whether you're waking up, whether you're going to bed. We've got you on the Midday Live. We've got man like Lee Gunner back in the building. It's been a pleasure. I've had people mithering me saying, "When's Lee back? When's Lee back?" But yeah, Lee's here. How are you, Lee, mate?
I'm good, man. It's good to be back here. The last couple of weeks, I've had people saying, "Have you and Saeed had beef? Have you had beef?" It's like, come on, man. I've just missed 2 episodes. Chill. But no, nice to be on. Big up the chat. Hopefully, our mate Ian Wright's all right. Obviously, you know, we've both rubbed him up over the years. Like, it's what it is. It's what it is, mate.
Absolutely, man. Nah, I won't find out because he's blocked me, so it is what it is. It's his loss anyway.
I'm blocked as well.
We're joining the vlog crew, man. And LB, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. LB's in the building. LB, what you saying, man? Everything all blessed. Before we talk about football, you got the Christmas decorations out. You're feeling a bit Christmassy. You know, it's a good.
I'm gonna take them down after this last week, though, man. I can't lie, bro. What the hell? Nah, man. It's a festive season, and we gotta be cheerful, innit? We're cheerful, man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I went for a piss yesterday and I watched along and the Grealish scored. So yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think I missed the United goal to go toilet, man. So luckily, it's all good, man. And we got man like Roms, man. We're gonna bring Roms in today. You get me, give Liverpool their flowers and that. You know what I'm saying? But Roms, always a pleasure to have you on the channel, man. What are you saying?
Come on, man. Thank you, Said. Listen, after the heart palpitations of yesterday, I'm just happy you got the 3 points, but we'll chop it up. Big up the chat, big up Lee, big up LV, big outside as always, and yeah, just ready to get into it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, Sava's on holiday, people. He's tanning it out somewhere. I forgot where he said he was going, you know, but he's tanning it out somewhere. So big up to Sava. And Goonie is on his way, people. He's on his way. Don't worry about that. Chelsea will be here. But listen, we got to start with one place, man. LB, yesterday's game, crazy game. I thought it wasn't actually a great game until it was at 2-1. It went to 2-2. I thought it wasn't a great game, and then that's when it kicked on for me. The 3 goals after that, just crazy. What did you think of it? And obviously, we'll get to referee decision as well because that was mad. Even from a rival point of view, I still can't get my head around what was the decision. But what do you think of the game yesterday, man? Lewis?
Disappointing with the result again. Another performance where with a better team, we don't kill the game off. You can't do that in this league, man. You cannot do that in this league. You know what I mean? Especially not the way we're defending. You know, man, we had by far the better chances. 7. I'm looking at stats now. 17 shots to 8. Dominated possession. We had more possession. You know, everything. We missed 2 big chances. Hit the woodwork twice. Well, we needed to win the game, but we can't hold on to one goal leads now. We can't. We did it against Chelsea. Didn't put them away. 3-2 up. Doku had a chance to square it to Foden and Alvarez. He does that. They've got an open net tap in 4-2. We win the game. Yeah. He doesn't. He takes the shot and just breathes on the ball to Sanchez. They go down the other end and score. Now we can speak about the defending and the absence of our midfield. Same with Liverpool. 1-0 up. Better team than Liverpool. Didn't kill the game. Can't do that against a team like Liverpool. They're going to punish you, man. That's what happened against Liverpool. Yesterday, better team. Finally go up, yeah. Didn't kill the game off. Then they equalised 2-2. And then all of a sudden we start playing football again. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Should have done that at 2-1 up. Get the 3rd goal and we win the game. And we're not killing games off. We're sitting on 1 goal advantages. We're making defensive errors. We're not defending well at all. And we're letting teams back in. Having said that, you know, we're not playing particularly well right now. We've faced 3 decent sides. I won't say great. You know, Liverpool are probably the better side out of the 3, obviously. 3 decent sides. And we've not lost any of them, which I guess is a dub. But, yeah, it's disappointing, man, because if we would have won them 3 games, we would have been 4 points ahead. And we've let ourselves down. We've let ourselves down massively. Now, it's not the end of the world. We're only 3 points behind. The problem is we now go to Villa with half a team. Got no players, man. Yeah, it's one of the most difficult places to go play football right now. Wednesday night
They've not
football.
lost this season. They've not
Exactly.
lost at home.
And we've
this
got
season.
LB, I don't really like stats now, but I read a stat from the back end of last season. They're like 14 in a row in the Premier League at home, consecutive wins.
Who was the last team to beat him at their ground?
Yeah, guys.
Last minute.
Off the bar, hit Martinez and went in. That was the last time they lost at home in the league.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, that's
I
crazy.
think
man.
LB's just being super toxic and negative, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, like, you treble winners, just be happy. Right, just go and buy a dog, wheel out the dog. You know, that'll get everyone on side in their emotions and it'll be fine, mate. What are you worried about, man? Like, you're third in the table, just be happy.
Just be
Yeah,
happy,
it's
innit?
true. You know what's mad though? I don't know, but City can see a lot of goals now in a minute. It's a bit of a weird problem because, like I said, they've won 3 in a row. Nobody really should be so sorry for them, yeah. But before we look at it, I'll go to you, Rums, first. Like, do you think there's an element of something that's different at City? Do you think it's Haaland's missing a lot of chances now this season as well? Probably, we all know that anyway. But what did you make? Was Spurs good? Was City bad? Where did you kind of analyze it?
Right. First of all, I have to give Ange credit because I thought he would stick to his principles. I thought he'd be naive. I thought he'd be an idiot. I'm just going to call it how it is. And he didn't. He actually adapted because we all know you have to adapt for certain games, horses for courses, and he did. But I still think City made them look better than they actually were. I don't think Spurs were amazing. I don't think they were amazing at all. But I think they were quite clinical in the counter. But it's kind of like schoolboy errors, even with some of Spurs' goals. But for me, City are lacking that creative spark because I think LB will agree, right? Alvarez, I rate highly, but he gets in these pockets and he's almost indecisive, or he'll do something a bit too early, or he'll do something a bit too late. Even against us, the positions he gets in, excellent, but his decision-making isn't really there at the moment, in my opinion. And I just feel that's what's missing from City. I don't think they're as bad defensively that everyone's saying. Yes, they've made individual errors at Stamford Bridge and in the game on Sunday, but I just think they're missing that creative spark. But that being said, I feel like a lot of people think it's all doom and gloom, and LB knows better than anyone. I almost feel like City relish being behind. I've been in the title race with these 3 or 4 times. It's like they relish being the chasers instead of leading the pack. So I don't think City fans will be worrying. Obviously, they'll want the results to improve, but they're used to this, man, and this setup. I'm seeing KDB in Abu Dhabi dressing up. He's just so relaxed. It's almost like the stage is set for him to come back and just win the league for them. Because I still think they'll win the league. As much as Arsenal in good form, we're kind of there and thereabouts, keeping pace with them. I still think it's City's to lose, but they will want the results to improve. But I just feel like they're missing that creative spark. That's what it is.
I do think, though, Spurs deserve their credit, though, for being relentless in the game and staying in the game. I thought they would get absolutely cooked. I thought, you know what, to be fair to them, they stayed in the game. I think Pedro Porro had a good game. I think you know, in terms of what they were trying to do, Ange Kulusevski turned up for once. You know what I mean? It's good to see him now doing that. I mean, I know Lee Gunner, I know you don't give Spurs that much credit, but do you give Spurs credit, or do you say Man City just had a very, very off day, and now it's 3 off days now?
I'm gonna say a quote from this fella here. This fella here, the king, celebrating a draw. That tells you their standards, mate. It tells you their standards.
I knew that. I knew
2004, that quote at White Hart Lane when we beat them to win the title, or drew to win the title. Yeah, won the league at their ground. Fast forward 19 years later, this lot of knee sliding, yeah, jumping around like idiots because they got a draw at the Etihad. Do me a favour. Yeah, seriously.
Can I add a bit of context, though? No, but you know, Lee, yeah, I hear what you mean, but they have got massive injuries, though. They have no centre-backs.
No. Let me dispel this myth that they've got massive injuries, yeah? Right? Richarlison was on the bench yesterday. Benson Core hasn't played all season, so we can't count him. Yeah, so is he going to start every week? Probably not. He ain't started all year. He started 1 game, I think. Yeah, so they're trying to shoehorn that in. Oh, he's a first-team player. No, he ain't. He ain't played all season. Yeah, so they can't have him. Perisic, well, he ain't ever getting in the team. Yeah,
No.
Sessegnon ain't getting in the team. So there's another 2.
It's their spine, though. It's their spine. It's
The
their
only
spine.
players they've got out
Romero.
injured, Van der Ven, Sarr, and Maddison. Yeah, Romero suspended. That ain't an injury. That's him being done.
Okay.
So when they're saying they've got 11 injuries and it was a great win and all of this, whatever, mate. You've got 3 players, that first-team players that are injured. That's it. Yeah, well done. You got a draw. Whoopee. You've done us a favour. Yeah, and we're going to need favours because we've got all 8 points last year, so we might need 11 this year. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think they were that good. And on another day, Man City are 5 up at half time. Haaland missing an open goal. He then shanks one all the way down to Old
big
Trafford.
chances.
That ballooned out the stadium. You've got Alvarez hitting the post, Doku hitting the crossbar. Yeah, and all that was in the first half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they scored twice in the first half as well. They could have been 5 up at half time.
Lee, from when Haaland missed that chance, you know, sometimes you just know in football, he scores that 10 out of 10 times. But from when he missed that chance, I said to myself, I don't think City are winning here today. Sometimes you just get that inkling that it's not going to be their day. But
the thing with City as well, right? Like I said this, Lewis, you were streaming just before we jumped on here, yeah? I was in your comments saying this myth that Man City have got a massive squad. Well, that's being put in the bin now.
No, they don't
They don't have a massive squad. And you and was it Nobbins said like you just got a couple of players that can play 5 different positions. Foden, Bernardo, they can play anywhere because they're that good. Yeah, and this is the thing. Like now you're seeing that Man City with a couple of suspensions, yeah, with a couple of players out injured. Yeah, with Stones has obviously just come back, but De Bruyne's been out. Yeah, they don't look that fluid. But let me tell you now, yeah, I looked at the table yesterday of exactly the same point in the season last season. Arsenal are 1 point worse off, and Man City are 5 points worse off. Right, so put that together. Man City, the gap's 4 points. Yeah, because they won the league by 5. We're 1 worse off. We've caught that 1 point up. In fact, we've got 1 point less. So yeah, they'd still win the league based on that. But when you're looking at the style of play they've got this season, yeah, it's all over the place without Kevin De Bruyne in there. They're shipping way too many goals. They're not scoring enough goals. Their goal difference is way down on what it was this time last season. Yeah, and why is that? Because their creative player is not in the team. As soon as he comes back in, Alvarez ain't playing where he's playing. Alvarez will be benched. Yeah, when he comes back in, I reckon Grealish will play more so than Doku. Yeah, Grealish gives more control down that wing. Doku, as quick as he is, so erratic, man. Like it looks good.
Decision making. It's decision making.
It looks good when he's burning players. He can probably burn every player in the league apart from Son. He absolutely done him yesterday. But when he's getting that ball down the wing and he's on his tiptoes, he's skipping down the wing. He's so agile and can go left or right. The amount of times he gets past somebody just like that and then hits the first man is embarrassing. Yeah, but again, he is raw. He's fresh. He's brand new in the league. He's only 21, etc., etc. So, but Pep ain't stupid, man. Pep's just trying to stay in touch. De Bruyne comes back in the end of this month. Yeah, and then as soon as De Bruyne comes back in, you'll see Grealish back in that team.
Well, Lee, this is exactly what I said at the start of the season when Kevin De Bruyne got injured. And I've said this to you so many times. I don't need City to be top of the league right now. Obviously, I'd like us to be top of the league. I don't need us to be top of the league. You don't win nothing in December. You don't win nothing in November. All I've said from day one, as soon as Kevin De Bruyne got injured against Burnley, I've been consistent in saying, just be within 5 to 7 points of whoever's top. You don't really want to go above 7 points by the time Kevin De Bruyne gets back in January. If we're within 6, 7 points of whoever's top of the league by the time Kevin De Bruyne gets January, and obviously caveat that with not having other injuries, I still believe that we'll go on and win the league because I feel we're too good. But we are missing Kevin De Bruyne. We get through this Villa game and then we have a run of easier fixtures. But, you know, just it is what it. Just don't drop out because you can't win the league here, yeah, but you can certainly lose it. That's it.
Imagine having that much confidence. Imagine knowing that you could be 6, 7 points behind. And have that confidence, you know you're going to win the league. And the fact is, it's because they've been there and done it before. That's why I always say to fans, City always have this slow start. Even this draw yesterday, some fans say, no, it might be Arsenal's year, you know. What if the gap gets bigger? And that City fans, they've got players that have been there and done it. They've been there and done it.
Yeah, honestly. No. Big up to Tobe says Doku doesn't stink. I think because people have overrated him. Now people are underrating him. He's young and he's been so impactful. City chose to not properly replace Gundo and Mahrez. Yeah, listen, they've replaced him with Kovacic. I'm sorry, man. Kovacic, I don't think he's Man City's level. I'll be honest with you, man. He's not Man City's level, man. The way they operate, man, he's not Man City's level.
He should have been a rotational player, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's a guy who's a rotational player, but when you need him, and this is the season, I looked at City midfield. Yeah, I think for me, Rodri has to do a lot in that midfield. Bernardo Silva likes to go forward. Alvarez, for me, is a luxury player in that aspect of he's going to do more things going forward. So this idea that now you have control, I think that player that you bought in, the Portuguese player, you need his physicality and his ball carrying. What's his name that you bought in? Is it Nunes? Is it?
Yeah.
You need him to step up. I don't know if he's injured or he's ill, but I feel like Núñez has to come in as midfield here and provide a bit of physicality and a bit of, legs in there. And you know what? Because City, I think sometimes they're getting overrun in there, and teams are going at people. They're going at
Well,
them.
I said all season,
know-
Saeed, I don't understand why we signed Núñez, and I still don't understand it. But I want him to play now. I want him to play because I'm like, you know what? You signed him for 50 million, yeah? It was a panic buy. Anyone saying otherwise is delusional, in my opinion. It was our 5th choice midfield player, and it was a panic buy. Play him. I want to see what he's about. I don't want to wait anymore to see whether or not he's good enough. If he's back on Wednesday, play him and let's see what he's about, man. Because I've not seen too much of him, yeah. But I remember that game that you played against Wolves the first day of the season, Saeed. I thought it was great that day. I thought he was great. So get him in there and see what he's about, man. But yeah, I don't know. You are right, Kovacic. I think it was a good signing, but it should have been a rotational player. And then because we signed Núñez as well, that's where I get a little bit confused.
Yeah. It's not good if replaced. So you said it in the summer, they place goals, but creativity and vertically with the physical dribblers in Núñez and lesser extent cover, but they're both blunt. Yeah, that's it, man. But listen, it's problems to have, but obviously that shows you that they will go out in January maybe and go get someone, and it's not good for the league. You know what I mean? It's not good for the league.
Number 6,229 why Arsenal should win the title then, because they ain't that great anymore apparently. So yeah, no excuses. No excuses.
Facts.
We've bridged the gap. We've bridged the gap. So yeah, man. City fans are down in the dumps. They're conceding goals. Their midfield looks a shambles. The striker could be on a charge for having a go at the ref. It's all falling down to City. So no reason for us not to win the league.
Is Doku going to be fit for that game, by the way? Because he came off injured. Haaland might be suspended because obviously it depends on what they say if he was going at the referee. Because Van Dijk got the same charge. Didn't Van Dijk get a charge? He got a red card.
After the Newcastle
game.
so
they have to keep it consistent. Yeah. So then you've got what do you call it? You got obviously Rodri's out. Grealish. Who else is out again? Grealish is out.
Wait, LB, is that death for a Doku injury, or was it just a change in tactics?
No, he went down the tunnel. Yeah, he was over
he went down the tunnel. Yeah, he went down the tunnel. So you know what I mean? I don't know, man. But the thing is, though,
you have to talk about. Is there a conspiracy theory now against Man City? Because all I keep hearing every time we get done by VAR or done by a referee is it's a conspiracy to stop us winning anything. Yeah. So now Grealish was playing through after play on, and the ref pulled it back.
You know what you did?
Is it now a conspiracy to stop City winning it this season? Like if they change, where was the shift? When did that happen?
Shocking, man.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. What? Like LB, talk to me, that. What was his reasoning for? Did he think he was offside? I don't get it.
Bro, it's just a joke, isn't it? Like, he's played advantage. He's doing the right thing. He's literally following the rule book. He's played advantage. He's done a great job. You know what I mean? And he's through on goal. You've done a mint job as a referee. That's great refereeing. And then he's blown it back. Like, what the hell is he doing, man? What the hell is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's bizarre. It is proper bizarre. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. It's crazy. You know, I've moaned about it. I'm so glad my club's not released a statement, man. Like I'm absolutely buzzing about that. I'm buzzing that Pep didn't go off in the post-match conference. Because why? Because I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on my own team. But yeah, it's shocking.
That's
it is shocking.
He's not even offside, by the way. So if you look at that,
he's
there,
guys,
he's not even offside. He should. And the thing is, he blew his whistle. I think here. Look, apparently he's trying to blow his whistle, but then he didn't blow his whistle, and then he kind of says, "Play on, really." And then it's kind of like, what do you do then next? So I genuinely don't get it, man. And like I said to you, they went ballistic, man. They went absolutely ballistic.
Do you know who that ref looks a bit like? Yeah. Have you got Spy Kids and the 3 thumbs that come in the room?
Oh, wow.
That's what that ref looks like.
Bro.
But we've got his name, but that's what I can't stand. I think he was the same one that was reffing our game against Spurs as well.
Yeah, the same ref. Same ref, man. Well, he's definitely a Spurs fan.
I think this is his Spurs first season in the Prem, second season in the Prem. I know he's relatively new because he's not
second. Yeah, second. I think it is. Yeah, listen. You know what, man? I think for me, they want sin bins in the Premier League and all of that, mate. What about sin bin referees and get a new one in? Like, this idea that if this is not good enough, you got a referee on the touchline and you bring him on because they're incompetent, man. You know what I mean? They want sin bins and then they want do all of this. Listen, you just focus on being better referees, man. That's what you guys do.
But this is why I don't mind about refs every week, because they're crap for everyone. Yeah, and like you shouldn't rely on a refereeing decision to win you a football match.
Agreed.
You've got 90 minutes plus stoppage time. Yeah, in both halves.
Yep.
So you shouldn't be relying on a referee letting that play on. They should have finished their chances. Yeah, the same as us against Newcastle. You can't cry that goal was given when you've only had one shot on target.
Agreed. Focus on yourself, innit? Like, feel free to have a little bit of a moan about it, man. But like, then ultimately shut up and focus on your own team. And you know, people always have this myth that City get every decision. Well, we don't get every decision. Yesterday we didn't get that decision there. Wolves, Wang should have been sent off, and then he scored the winner. It's just that we don't go on about it like some other fan bases blame the referee because they think there's some sort of conspiracy theory talking about how referees referee in the UAE and then it must be dodgy and all this sort of stuff. Shut up, focus on your own team, have a little bit of a moan about it. Feel free to do that because that's what it's about. But then ultimately, you've got to look at your own team and say, why didn't we win? But I'm not relying on a referee decision, not giving us advantage in the 92nd minute of a game as to why we didn't watch that match. Yeah. Focus on your own team. Feel free to have a moan about it, but then ultimately, you know, don't be going on about it 2-3 weeks later. You know what I mean? Honestly.
But big up to Pep, man. The way he said, "I'm not going to talk about it like Arteta." That was jokes, man. He just always little bros him, innit? He always little bros Arteta, man. Like, you know, he's like a little brother and that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be real. He can.
People,
He can.
Yeah, he made him. He made him, man. He gave him his career and whatnot, his flowers and that. But listen, people, at nearly 1.5k in the building. We've not even hit 500 likes, guys. If you're watching right now, thumbs up button. It looks like this, bottom of your screen. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to everybody's channels. Seeing as we're on the title races, we'll give Liverpool their credit as well because they were. Listen, I was watching the game. I've still not done a watch along here where Liverpool have lost. I don't know. Maybe I need to stop doing watch alongs in Liverpool.
No, keep doing them, then. Keep doing them.
No. I'm stopping now. Well, that might be my last one, guys. I thought the game was done. Then this Endo brother came out of nowhere. I was thinking, why did they bring it on Endo? What's he going to do? He ain't going to score a goal. I jinxed it.
You know what, yeah? Sava. So it's quite Sava's in the chat. Sava's going to laugh. Because I said on Sava's channel, right, I don't rate this guy at all. You can tell he's just not good enough. And Sava actually said to me, I bet he starts playing well, Ramel. The football gods will just start making him play well. And he come on and he did score worldy. But no, sorry, carry on. Get back to Liverpool.
But yeah, man. You know, by the way, there was a lot of worldies in that game. And then obviously Trent, we'll have to give him his credit as well in a bit. But Rums, man, are you kind of relieved? Or are you kind of like, yo, man, we're gassed and title races here. Like, this was title credentials kind of side. Or did you get away with one there? Like, what do you think?
Do you know what it is? Obviously, you're gonna celebrate winning the game late. Hear that one, Lee? I'm joking, but you're gonna celebrate winning the game late. But I can't lie. We were poor. We were absolutely poor. And the thing is, I said this season, right? I think before the City game, Arsenal and Liverpool had the best defense. I think we both conceded 10 goals each. And I said, you know what? I think our fan base are overrating our defense. I was called deluded. I said, why are you being negative? I was called all these things, right? I said, Alisson is saving us time and time again. We're conceding a high volume of chances. Said our defense isn't that good. We put on the display against City, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, but I need to see this a bit more consistently. Fulham proved to me that it is because we concede a high volume of chances, and the thing is, Alisson's our jail card. Now we don't have him. You're seeing our defense for what it really is. Yes, Virgil van Dijk's got back to a good level. We'll never get. I've said this to you many times, Said. You'll never get back to that peak level of 2017 to, let's say, 2020. But he's got back to acceptable level. But our defense as a collective isn't that good. And our fans don't like to hear this, but it isn't, and it was proved. Kelleher, I said, the minute Alisson got injured, we're not going to keep a clean sheet until he comes back. Because yes, he's a good number two, but he's a good number two, but he's not a good keeper. I've been saying, and again, but look, he was pivotal in our run for the Carling Cup. He played well in a few FA Cup games, yes, but when it matters in these Prem games, for me, he's just not it. But back onto the game, right? Again, we should have killed it off. You know, I'm a fan of Nunes side, but yesterday, I couldn't back him, man. I couldn't, because if we do lose that game, you look at him and he had the two glaring chances. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm running out of things to say about him. Yeah, people could say, yeah, he gets ripped. He's not the best defender. But if I have to accept a few lows to have them highs, you're going to accept it. This guy he's out of this world, honestly, and he has that ability to win a game. He genuinely has that ability to win a game. But I just feel like yesterday the goals could have been that we conceded, could have been ruled out. I think Matt needs to get to the play, crossed it in quicker. Tete's goal, Keller just needs to be saving. There was no conviction in that. He kind of flicked it towards him, and it's gone through his leg. And then the third one that we conceded, Tsimikas needs to check his mirrors. I know I'm assuming we all kicked balls. Sometimes at back post, you just have to check your mirrors. Xavi was the best at it.
You know how Kulusevski dunked on Aki yesterday? He got dunked on. And you know what? I think Van Dijk knew it because he was like, damn, if I was in that spot there, he would not have dunked on me.
You can see Van Dijk just sighed straight away because he's thinking, you need to be aware. You honestly need to be aware. But I have to give Klopp credit because I think that Gomez and Endo double change gave us a bit more solidity. Endo came on his act. You know, I'm not his biggest fan, but I have to give credit when credit's due. Wicked finish. Finish. And that equaliser was massive. And I think Gomez came on to shore things up a bit. Even though we were kind of going home and throwing the kitchen sink at them because we had to, Gomez was shoring things up. But I wasn't impressed with the performance because there's a stat. We've won the most points from losing position. You don't want to have that stat. Our fans are loading it up. But that's not a stat you want. You don't want a stat. No. We should be killing games off quite early. And Fulham just always had life in that game. Always had life. But obviously I'm happy that we got the win. You're going to be happy. But the overall performance, it was poor. Honestly, it was poor.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Lee, what did you think, man? Listen, man, it's one of them, isn't it, man? It ain't easy, but for Fulham, but you know, Liverpool, you've got to commend their title resilience, man. That was serious, man. Serious stuff, man. To come back as well. I know we'll talk about Trent, but you must have been thinking, oh bloody hell, man, they're still behind our trails, man. You know what I mean? Like,
you knew they were going to come back, man. You just knew they'd come back. Liverpool, Fulham are trash. You just knew they'd come back. But mate, all of the goals, like, just a joke. Like that McAllister goal was unreal, mate. The free kick from Trent, even Trent's finished the fourth one, and then Endo's goal as well. But yeah, it's funny because I was watching the game and I missed all 7 goals. Like literally, I had to watch the highlights. I had to go back and watch the highlights to see the goals. Every time my door went when my delivery come, and then the idiot's card machine wouldn't work, so I had to go back downstairs and get another one. Yeah, so I missed the 2 winners, or the equaliser and the winner. But yeah, crazy game, man, crazy. But it just that highlights how defensively unstable Liverpool are at times. Yeah, because like listen, Van Dijk's been really good this season. Yeah, but Liverpool in general, defensively, they're not anywhere near what they were a few years back. Yeah, the drop-off in the last 18 months has been crazy. So I feel like they need another defender. I think they need another central midfielder, somebody a little bit more defensive or deep lying, somebody that can drop in, just plug some gaps and run around a bit. I think they miss Henderson, if I'm honest. That type of player, like they can just sit there, slow it down, plug in it right back and cover Trent when he's going forward and just mop up, really. But yeah, they're still there, man. And they're going to be a nuisance all season. So, if they go and get their January window sorted out, then they really have a go.
That's the key.
Same with us, though. Same with us. If we go and have a good January, whoever has the January window probably wins the league.
Probably, yeah. 100%. I think, definitely. Holding midfielder maybe for Liverpool, another centre-back maybe. But then again, you have to play premium price. But then Liverpool did. I think they had a couple of loans, but you know they did shrewd business. And McAllister wasn't that expensive. I know Szoboszlai was 70 million, but they didn't overspend.
He's had a bit of a dip in form. Poor against City got hooked off quite early. He was poor again yesterday. He is going through a bit of a dip in form, and he's doing the basics right. Because he's saying we're missing Henderson. He's kind of taken that role now, where he's quite industrious. He'll cover for Salah on the right. He's normally the one to overlap Salah, but he's going through a dip in form. He hasn't started the season. He hasn't carried on that his form how he started the season. But and that's another thing as well. Our front three, I'm not just going to single out Núñez. Yes, Núñez was poor. I can't defend him and say he was poor. But Salah and Diaz as well. Yeah, but this is the thing nowadays. If you get a goal and assist, it doesn't matter how you performed in the 90 minutes. And Salah got the assist for the equaliser. But you see, Luis Diaz, right? There were so many times where he was in great position. And similar to what I was saying about Alvarez, his decision making was just off. Like there's a time where he had a clean run and he tries to cut back, and honestly, he could have put someone through. Salah again didn't have his greatest game, but when we need him, he's able to provide that goal or assist. And Núñez with the 2 chances, but our attack as a collective was poor. I have to big up Gakpo though. When Gakpo came on, he's that live wire. He injected a bit of. It was his shot from when we got the the winning goal. He literally shot, I think it's come off a player and then Trent's brought it down and finished. But yesterday, man, it's right. And we can't keep going behind. We just can't. For me, that wouldn't be sustainable. But I'm happy with the win. Just keep pace with Arsenal and City. And that's the main thing. That is the main thing. And you know what? If we get a DM, you'll see the best of McAllister. Because I don't know if you know you lot, but our fan base is very split on him. Some that have patience. There's even a few fans, I'm not going to name names, that even want him gone. But I said, mate, once we get that 6 next to him, and we've seen what he can do in that 8, or we've seen what he can do in Argentina, you see what he do when he had Caicedo next to him. That's when you get the best of him. But that strike, Garnacho who? Said, Garnacho who? That goal
listen, allow it. You'll win December goal of the month, but we've won the goal of the season, man. But listen, I want to give Trent his flowers, man. Listen, Trent for me, listen, everybody could talk about him defensively, but I think his mentality is ridiculous, man. Like, this brother now is becoming clutch for Liverpool. The free kick was unbelievable. That was never an own goal, man. You got to give him that free kick. But that goal there as well, he's in the right place at the right time. Man City, right place at the right time, man. You got to give it to this guy. I know he's 24, 25 now. He's now entering his kind of like prime years, man. And listen, I always give credit.
It's funny that he shushed the crowd again.
I think that's good. That's going to be his new celebration. I think that's going to be the trademark. First, he tried to copy the Mbappe one. Now it's just going to be the
Yeah, but bro, he rattled us. He rattled the City fans, bro. So now it's just like, oh wait, it's not us. It's just it for everyone. So now I'm trying to chill with it. But he rattled us hard. Now he just can't. He should have just left it, man.
Nah, listen, man. Big up, man. But no, listen, lads. I think for me, we've got to give him his flowers, man. I mean, LB, start off with you, man. Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know what, man? Clutch is becoming clutch now for Liverpool and their main man in terms of, like, you know, I know Salah's there or whatnot, but sooner Salah will have to leave. He might have to play midfield or whatnot, but yeah, Trent, man, proper.
Yeah, but bro, like, there's no surprise. We all know that he's a good player going forward. That's not the issue. I mean, because what we're talking about here is like everyone's going to speak about England, but I don't think he's going to play for England because he's still not good enough defensively. Like we all know
what he plays though. What if he plays in midfield?
The thing is, I don't think he will, because Southgate has his favourites. I think it'll be Rice, Bellingham, and probably Foden. Trent won't get in that midfield.
That's what I'm saying. But we all know that Trent's been going forward. That's not in dispute. He's fantastic. You know, he's up there with Kevin De Bruyne with his delivery. It's unbelievable. But ultimately, England, I think, will be a step too far for him unless he gets in at a different position, which I don't see him doing. Because ultimately, he's just not that good defensively. And people will say, oh, he's not that bad. He's not good enough. At the top level, international football, that's unfortunate. Now, the other question will be, can you find somewhere in the England squad to put him? Can you put him in midfield? I've seen a couple of people saying playing right mid, right wing. Well, that's not going to happen either. So as good as he is, and he is fantastic going forward, he's probably the best right back in the league, maybe even the world going forward. But at the top level, internationally, I think he's going to struggle to get in the team. I do, because I just don't think he's good enough defensively.
I think the only way he gets in that England team is by managerial change. Southgate, we know he has his favourites. He's very stubborn. Trent won't get in that team. And even if you look at the midfield, I reckon, because some Liverpool fans, we've tried to make a case maybe it should be a Rice, Trent, and then someone else. Rice and Trent, and then Bellingham can in that free roam, because Bellingham can do that role. But I just feel Southgate will probably opt for a Foden in there, or maybe even a Grealish in that pocket. And Trent, for me, is kind of going to be that impact sub. He won't start many games for England, and I think LB is spot on. One thing I will say to LB, there's this notion. I'm not going to lie, he isn't the greatest defensively, but this season in particular, he hasn't been that bad. Bar the Doku cooking, he's actually been quite well. Even against Brighton, right? Matoma tore him a new one last season. He actually played very well against Brighton, and the minute he comes off, Matoma starts to get success. So this notion that he's been poor this season at isolation it's not true. Overall,
it's not about being not bad. It's about being good. It's about being solid. It's about being dependable. And unfortunately, it is whatever you say might be true, but that is the truth. And you are right. He's not going to get in. I don't think he's going to get in there with Trent. It's going to take a managerial change. But I still think even if you put another manager in, do you really want him playing right back up against some of the best wingers in the world in international football?
That's why you accommodate system. But that's why Lee said, though, Henderson, I'm not saying he's going to play for England, but if Rice can cover that tracks and you play in a system where, you know, he can be a bit more fluid, and it comes down to Southgate. If you're tactically, you know, flexible or whatnot, you can cover his mistakes. You can. You know, that's what I say. I know 1v1.
Yeah, but do you want a player in the team that gives you them that many mistakes in a game off the ball defensively? Yeah, because let's be real. Every time Arsenal play him, Martinelli rinses him every single time. Literally has him on ice skates every time we play him. And that's Martinelli. Listen, Martinelli's not a world-class footballer yet. Yeah. Now imagine Mbappe up against him. Yeah. Mbappe up against him. Leroy Sané up against him. Somebody like that. They will absolutely cook him. Yeah. And that's why Kyle Walker still gets games. Because Kyle Walker has the recovery pace and is better defensively. Yeah. Yes, he can't cross the ball as good. Yes, he don't get up the pitch as much. Yeah, he kind of sits in that central midfield role with the ball now. Yeah, just off the right-hand side. But Trent, look at Trent's goal at the weekend, the winner. He was on the left-hand side of the penalty box. Yeah. You can't do that if you want to go and win a tournament. Yeah, you might be able to do that over the course of a season in league football. But if you're England and you're in knockout football, yeah, you can't be playing like that.
Do you know what it is, Lee? For that goal, though, this is where I do give credit to Klopp. Klopp has brought Gomez on, put him right back, and literally, normally Trent inverts, so he's right back, but he inverts. Klopp actually told Trent to go to that position, and he's put Gomez right back. But I think all of you are spot on, because if I'm being honest now, Liverpool fans won't like this in the chat, but if I look at Trippier, Walker, and Reece James from a defensive aspect, they are all better than him. And in international football, let's be honest, we've seen countries win tournaments stinking it to win. Remember Portugal in the Euros when they won it? 1-0 wins, defensively resolute. You're going to need that. So if you're asking me from a defensive aspect, Trent's fourth choice right back, if we're being honest.
Mad, though. We've got a lot of fullbacks now. Obviously for England, you've got Livramento, I think for me is quality. Trippier's still there. Kyle Walker's probably got his last Euros for me. Then you've got Trent, Reece James. Who else is out there that's playing fullback now?
White.
That's good quality. Sorry? Your one, yeah, Ben White, yeah.
He ain't never getting in under Southgate, mate. He ain't never getting in under Southgate.
Well, there you go. You know what I
mean?
mean?
Yeah, he left at the World Cup, didn't it? They had a bust. Yeah,
he just wanted to go partying in Ibiza, bro. He had a bust up. He don't like watching football anyway, and he was sat watching Southgate ball on the bench every game. He was like, sod this, I'm going Ibiza.
I think Liverpool fans don't like hearing it, Saeed, and Rom's just said it, because he's a very, very good player. Yeah, and it is true, but ultimately, at top level international football, you cannot have a defender in the defence who is not great at defending. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. Whether you can fit him in there somewhere else, that's for the manager to decide. But why would you put in a player like that when you've got them three other players? And like Trippier is great at delivery. So if you wanted someone with a great, he's probably not quite at the level of Trent, but he's not a million miles away, and he can defend a lot better.
Not even just Trippier. Who's the other one? Reece James even could cross the ball. Yeah, like you said, maybe they're not as good as Trent going forward, but they're not far off. It's not like there's a gulf in. Do you know what I mean? Trippier and Reece James still have a good delivery as well.
I would say Reece James, there's a bit more of a gap, to be fair. But that's what I'm saying with Trippier. That Trippier's not a million.
I think Reece James is quality going forward. From being honest, he still has
them like whipping crosses. He ain't nowhere near Trent, bro.
Trippier's delivery is insane.
Yeah.
So exactly, 100%.
But just quickly, just before you move on, Liverpool fans will be getting mad at it. Benefits your club because you won't play as much, so you're getting a fresh player. So you can be annoyed that he's not playing, but ultimately,
you know,
I don't want anyone going on international duty, man. F the international games. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if England win it or not.
No, but you know it's a major though. Would you want one of your players? Would you want one of your players to be pivotal in the win?
Yeah, but imagine now, right? Salah's going to the AFCON. Yeah, Salah gets injured in the AFCON, out for the rest of the season. Your team is now effed. Yeah, now imagine Declan Rice, who's been important for Arsenal this season. Let's say we don't win the league or do win the league, whatever. Yeah, we're now going to the Euros. He might break his leg in the Euros. We might be out for a whole year. Now we've lost Declan Rice for a year. F the internationals, man. It's boring.
Yeah,
I don't want any of them.
Listen, for me, it's one of them, man. I prefer World Cups and that, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But Euros is one of them, man. It's one of them, man. What could you do, man? Copa America's this year as well. You've got AFCON in January as well.
Lee, you know you're gonna get the cliche saying, putting the show onto my country, the proudest moment. I always give my all. So players are just naturally gonna want to go. Some don't actually mean that, but some generally do want to represent their country, innit? So
listen, the thing is, Saka plays every single minute for England, pretty much. Like, and every single minute for Arsenal. Like, seriously, just bun these England games off. No, I'm not having it, man. I don't want.
He's going to get his annual burnout from about March to April, where the
But you know what's mad though? You look at the Beckham documentary though, like the England will build you up and then knock you down straight away, man. Like if you go watch that, you know what I mean, and whatnot, and look at the Saka and Sancho, the racist comments they got when they missed the penalty. So they'll knock you up and then they'll bring you down. So you know what I mean? It's one of them where you get me like unless England win it, it's still you're a national disgrace. You're a disgrace. So it is what it is, man. But listen, Arsenal. Top of the league. Want to finish off that one? Obviously, we're going to move on to Man United as well. But Arsenal, top of the league, man, and you got Luton as well next. If Aston Villa win, and you lot win, the 6 points clearly, man.
I did say on my watch along on Saturday. I said that Aston Villa. I can hear a helicopter. I think Edu's just about to rock up. I did say on the watch along on Saturday that I do think Villa will get a result in one of them next two games. They got City Wednesday. They got us at the weekend. Yeah, and I said they're going to get a result in one of them. They will get a result. Maybe if it's City,
two home games. They got two home games. Two home games.
Yeah, two home games. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That if they get a result against City, then they'll probably be burned out against us. If they don't get a result against City, then they might get a result against. They're getting something out of one of them games. But just coming back to our game, yeah, like obviously we won 6-0 in the week. Absolutely best performance I've seen under this manager, man. And then I thought, right, let's do it again. Obviously, you can't score 6 every week, but after 2 goals, real quick, I'm thinking, boy, we could score another 6. And then I don't know what happened. Just like Gabby Jesus taking the mick with the misses. Now, I know he said his finishing is not his strong point, but he took it to a whole new level at the weekend, man. A hat-trick of sitters.
Yep.
And like Martinelli missing a chance. Odegaard took his goal nice. Yeah, the Saka goal was nice. Tomiyasu played well again until he got injured. Hopefully he's going to be all right. But, you know, dumb from Zinchenko. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing. Just kick it out. He played really well up until that point as well. It was like one of them games where it was just so comfortable, man. Yeah, but you just knew that a 2-0 scoreline, 1 goal and it's panic stations. And that's what happened. But got the job done. The thing that wound me up about it, though, is like, at one point, before they scored, our goal difference was 1 goal worse than Man City. So I'm screaming through the watch on, like, just keep scoring goals, keep scoring goals, keep scoring.
Eddie, man, that chance from Eddie, man, that he's got to bag that, man.
Trash. He's absolute trash. Absolute trash. Odegaard laid it on a plate for him, man. Like he put players through 3 times, Odegaard. All of them missed. So he played well at the weekend, Odegaard, man. He was really, really good at the weekend. Got his goal, looked like he was back to his form from last season. But we've got Luton away, man. And I'm expecting big things in that as well. Go and slap them up.
No, they're terrifying. Trust me, they're a quality side at home. Take it from me. They're excellent.
All right, man. We got this. We got this.
They got Nunes.
What was it? Is he think he's Snoop Dogg or something? Like, what's that all about? Yeah, but,
that was crazy.
Yeah, if I was one of his teammates, I'd just get the scissors out and chop it. Like when he's like putting his top on, just chop
have you not seen the last Avatar where they're in the water in that? He's got the hairstyle like the men. He's got the teeth.
Get the scissors out and snip him. But yeah, I think we'll do Luton. Yeah, then after that we've got a tough run, man. We've got Brighton. Well, we've got Villa, Brighton, Liverpool.
On 23rd, you know, that's crazy. That's gonna ruin your Christmas, man. That's gonna ruin your Christmas if you lose that.
Anyway, if I'm honest, it's the biggest marketing scam in the world.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be pissing my tinsel, man. Come on, bro.
My bank account's gone.
You're ruining his mood.
Yeah, their birthday's November, my daughter. Yeah, 18th of November, and now Christmas. November and December, the money's just gone, bro.
Wallet gone.
Stand this time of the year.
You know what? Tomiyasu's injured as well. That's a big blow because he's been quality as well. Is he out for a while? Is it scans come out bad or is it
I'm
just?
not too sure. If the chat know, then let us know. But he was holding his calf again, man. Like, I don't know what his calves are made of, but this guy was out for 4 months with a calf strain before. So
yeah.
And the thing is, this is the one time where he's had a consistent run, and he's been brilliant, man. Like in midweek, I don't know what he was doing, man. That like when I took the mick out of them people saying Tommy Cafu and that, he was Tommy Cafu on Wednesday. He was unreal, man. and I gave him man of the match, and he got subbed at half time. He had to rest him up for the weekend. So, and again, within 5 minutes, 10 minutes of that game at the weekend, he's putting one on a plate for Saka. Like, unbelievable, man. It was fatigue, was it? Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully he's going to be all right. He's been important, man. Very important for us. But
he's benching Ben White. It's benching Ben White.
I was going to say to you, are you a bit worried about your lack of clean sheets at home? Yes, you're winning games, but I think Bar City, and I feel like there's another game, I can't remember off the top of my head, You lot's away form, you manage to keep more clean sheets, but at home, you're always conceding that one goal or that consolation. Is that a bit of an annoyance for you?
Bro, but to be fair, we've got the best defense in the league, but I don't know, man. Like, what? I'm just going through our fixtures now. Yeah, we conceded one at the weekend against Wolves. We conceded 2 against Fulham. Like, that game wound me up, man. 2-0 up and coasting that game. 2 against Tottenham. Yeah, so there's 5 goals conceded at home out of the 11. Man United, there's 6. Forest, 7. 7 of the 11 have been conceded at home. Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
But again, last season was the same. Yeah, last season, I think Leeds had a better goals against at home than we did. I think we were down there with the teams that got relegated. Like, for goals conceded at home. Yeah, goals away, it's never really a problem. Like, we always look decent away from home, but at home, I don't know if it's complacency, but David Raya must have been fuming with Zinchenko. I mean, what a finish.
Yeah.
But,
I think I seen a video. Zinchenko went over to him and said, apologize and whatnot. And then Raya was like, yeah, cool, don't worry. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, we're cool.
Like,
you know what I mean? In that regard. So,
no, I would have been ripping his head off, mate. Yeah, like, you just cost me my clean sheet bonus. Yeah, don't worry. Now, what do you mean, don't worry? Maybe it's he's new at the club and you don't want to have a go at him, yeah? But at the end of the day, there has to be accountability. Yeah, everyone should be mocking him for that and cussing him, calling, like, pointing, saying, just clear it. Yeah, because he does do that a lot, Zinchenko. Like, as good as he is going forward defensively, it's similar to Trent.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Trent. Going forward, his little one-touch passes and his little round-the-corner balls, his short game is unbelievable. Yeah, but then you want him to go back that way, and he's awful. Yeah, so the further up the pitch you can keep him, the better. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, I think that when Timber comes back, he's benched anyway. Yeah, because I think he'll play Timber there. And maybe when we go to Anfield, if Tomiyasu's fit, I don't think we'll see him in the team anyway. Yeah, I think we'll probably go with back in.
Is Timber rumoured to come back quite soon? I've been seeing
January.
They say January, isn't it?
Again, he's only played 20 minutes of Premier League football in his career. So, like, as good as he looked in the Community Shield, and as good as he looked for that 20 minutes in the first game of the season, he's then coming off a big injury.
Everyone's at a different level now, though. Everyone's at a different level as well now. So he has to get back to that level. And if he doesn't get to that level, everyone's going to be like, he's dropped off or whatnot. So, now listen, I think Arsenal should beat Luton, and then obviously depends on what Man City do, man. So we'll find out, man. Tiang Yang says Reece is never available. That is why we forget how good he is. Would you want to defend in Vinny and Mbappe, Reece, James, Trent, or Trippier?
Obviously, Trent can't even defend against Martinelli, let alone them two.
Yeah, exactly. Big up the panel, man. Great way to start the week. Big up to everybody still here. Make sure you like the video, people. We're going to move on to Man United now. Let's get them likes up to 500 at least, man. Manchester United, this is the best bit of the day.
I'm glad you saved this when there's the most people viewing this as well.
Exactly.
You would have got it out of the way quick while the viewers were building up.
Exactly, man. So, yeah, man, guys, I'm tired, man. I'm done with this manager. I just want him gone. Rashford's a disgrace. And yeah, man, we're just shit, man. Like, Newcastle should have peppered us. Everton should have peppered us. That Everton game was false, you know. We'd actually deep it because we were 1-0 up here, but then they peppered us. I didn't really have a striker. Bro, like, Newcastle, honestly, if they had a striker that was decent, yeah, and Almiron could bag, it should have been 3-4-0 up. Bro, I don't know, man. This might have been... Yeah, go on,
That's
Rob.
literally the only credit I give you, that you kept it 1-0. Because like you said, that should have been 3-4-0 in like the first half an hour. How the game wasn't already set match going into half time is beyond me. And this is what I kept saying. People, you know, credit when credit's due. United, I think it was a facade. Your defense had been better recent. But then I know there's that saying you can only beat what's in front of you, but you have to look at the opposition you play against. The minute you play someone, not even quality, that's just decent, your defense capitulate. They just do. You just have to be somewhat decent. And I thought this weekend would be a battering. Like I said, that's the only credit I give you, that was only 1-0. But it's even getting annoying.
It should have been a battering though, bro.
Yeah.
They're not taking much like W's out of the fact that they only got beat 1-0, man. They were lucky that they only got beat 1-0, really.
But it's got to a point where even trolling United is boring, because it's the norm now. You're getting so used to it. It's like, what do you even say?
Man, especially against the top 9. Look at that record against the top 9, man. That is ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
1 draw.
The last time we beat the team in the top 8, I think, was West Ham 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. 2 years ago.
That is
horrendous. I don't understand how this guy's still got a job. Like, honestly,
bro, I don't know.
The most embarrassing results in your club's history have come under this manager. 7-0.
Yep.
And the next game he played the same 11. He should have been sacked then.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just be real. And ever since then, it's no wonder that players like Bruno, Rashford, and others along the way, I've got no respect for him, and I've got no respect for the fan base or anything because they're just walking around. Look at when was it their goal? No, it was a shot. It nearly went in, and Martial was pressing, and Martial chased him all the way back down the pitch. Yeah, and they were calling out Martial. I think Gary Neville, was calling out Martial, and he just dropped Rashford's name in. I would have been Rashford just stood there, bro. Yeah, at least Martial's running around trying to grab him.
So protectively, it's unbelievable.
I think they need to sell him. I think they need to sell him. I know
they can't sell him, Roms. They can't sell him. He's on 350 grand a week, bro.
Listen, I know they can't. It's going to be hard to get off the books, but I know all this sentiments. He come through the ranks. He's the face of United. I think they're top 10 goal scorer in history. But he doesn't care anymore. You can see it in his body language. He does not care. He genuinely doesn't care. And that's a player where, if you could, you would just cut your losses because I think he's done. I genuinely think he does not care about United. Of course, he's going to come out with the PR stuff and say he does and whatnot. But he's given up. He's literally given up because that run. I remember that run lead you're on about, and they just dropped Rashford's name in. He was the main culprit, but you're getting on Martial. It doesn't make sense.
No, look at him in the cup final to stop the local rival that are about to do a treble, and he ain't even jumping for headers in that final. He's ducking headers, 50-50 headers. Yeah, it's embarrassing, mate. Yeah, and they've given him a pay rise. For what? Yeah, and I blame Wenger for this, by the way, because Wenger gave that geezer a career. Yeah, when Louis van Gaal was manager and he scored a brace against us and Wenger was manager. Yeah, this is all on Wenger, mate. All on Wenger. But he's trash.
That day, man, I swear down. We beat you with Varela. We beat you with Varela. And Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I can't believe Van Gaal did that, with that squad that day. Crazy.
You stacked him and he won you a trophy, literally a couple of months earlier. But the funny thing is, Gary, I think it was the overlap. Gary, when they go for the little walk and they're talking, and there was a clip doing the rounds yesterday saying that Rashford on that said that his worst position is right wing. So why are you playing him right wing? But
the thing is,
I don't think any of them players rate him, that manager. Yeah, and I think that the fact that the whole Sancho thing, and that's another thing as well, right? After the game, your manager's sitting there saying, I think we played well. We had a goal disallowed. It could have been a draw. Absolute state of him. And not only that, he's then saying, I'm going to speak to
the worst comment I've ever seen,
but I won't do it to the media. Well, you did with Ronaldo. You did with Sancho. You have with other players, Casemiro, Varane. Yeah, Varane. So why not him?
Correct. He picks and chooses his favourites, Lee. This is the problem with him. Yeah, he's made a few big mistakes. Right. First of all, he raided the Eredivisie. Why? Because he was worried. He wanted players who knew him and players on side. That was the first red flag. Then he's calling out certain players. You think Sancho's doing the right thing? Sancho feels like he's been hard done by. He's doing the right thing. None of those players respect Ten Hag. He's falling out with Ronaldo. He's falling out with Sancho. He's falling out with Varane. Yet there's still United fans out there saying,
"How can Varane not play this game? How can Varane not be playing like? Is he actually like? Listen, forget about playing out from the back, bro. You don't have a style of play, so you can't come here and say we can progress the ball. And bro, you don't have a style of play, and you're conceding goals. We're conceding 20. By the way, we've conceded I think 100 and something shots in the last couple of games. You know that, by the way, guys. Yeah. Like you didn't realize that 95 shots, I think it was in the last couple of games. 23 against this one. I think it's 16 against the Everton. Another dozen against Galatasaray. Genuinely, guys, I'm not even being serious here. Like the amount of shots we concede anyway. So go and get Varane. At least you have a good box defender. So this idea of playing out from the back, it's bullshit, man. It is bullshit.
What is?
It's fell out with him
because your run of fixtures this month's mad. Yeah, it's crazy.
Chelsea, Bournemouth, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Villa, West Ham.
I don't think he makes the new year. I said it to you, Said. I think we put the nail in the coffin. I'm not saying it'll be 7 again, but I think it's going to be a battering. And I think that's when
Have you seen their goalkeeper, bro?
It could be 7 again, but I think
that day he'll just be pinging shots from everywhere.
Literally. Everywhere. I just think that's when they're going to pull the plug because I don't see him making a new year. He should have been sacked. I agree with Lee. He should have been sacked already, but
what is the rationale for Ten Hag staying? What is like the so obviously you've made the point now, Said. You've given your reasons as to why you think he should be sacked here. What is the reason for keeping him? And by the
You know what
way,
it is, though? That's what they say to me. But this is the idea, though, LB. Yeah. This is what they keep telling me. But who do we bring in?
that's not a
What's the
valid
reality? I
excuse.
said,
That
listen,
is not a valid
that's what
reason.
they keep saying to me, man. What's the bro? I'm tired
Not
of that
valid
question, by
reason.
the way. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you look. I don't. This is not right. This is not the solution as well. This is not the solution to keep him because you're going to see more embarrassment. So
That's
just
not
get rid of him, man. Get rid of him.
That is
Yeah,
not
but
a valid
you've
excuse.
got your big fan channel out there giving it the big and playing both sides. Yeah, he's Ten Hag out all day long. He's Ten Hag out, but he don't want to upset anyone. Otherwise, he won't get access anymore. Yeah, with his pals down there getting their VIP passes and that to interview Bruno and getting on the training ground and that. Yeah, so he's got to play both sides. But I see a clip of him and others, yeah, saying, yeah, but who could do better? Because some of these players have played under 4 different managers. It's the players. Well, ultimately, when you pick your 25-man squad, that is on the manager. And if the manager has decided to keep the likes of Harry Maguire and put him in a 25-man squad, that is now his responsibility. Yeah, regardless of whether he's played under 4 managers or not, you've chose to put him in your squad. Harry Maguire should have been put in the under 21s and forced to leave. Done it with Victor Valdez. Jose done it. Who was the other one? Schweinsteiger. You done it with him.
Facts.
Yeah, we're talking like top ballers. Yeah, not talking about Harry. Yeah, the same with McTominay. McTominay shouldn't be there. And then what he's done is he's gone and bought a load of players that are either connected to him via his agent or played under him or come from that Dutch league. And the reason he's done that is because it's easier to control them. Yeah, and then he's got them all in, and then he's not playing them.
But he's got Regan on the bench you brought in. He got Ante on the bench you brought in. Amrabat's on the bench you brought in. Hoyland's on the bench you brought in. So, people say, okay, well, I mean, the manager's, playing with players. No, he can change the narrative. He can actually say,
Why
right,
wasn't Amrabat starting?
I brought in.
Why wasn't Amrabat starting? Like you said, it's one of his players. Why is he just on the bench? He's been brought in. I was hearing from United fans, he's going to be the player to somewhat kind of change fortune, and he's just on the bench. It's not like he's still injured now. He's on the bench. I've always said some people be like, "Oh, he's got a niggle or whatnot," but if you're on the bench, that means you can play it apart. For me, if you're on the bench, it means you're fit. Because if you're not fit, you're just not on the bench. But he should have been starting. He honestly, I know Kobe man.
There's Mason Mount as well. Why ain't he been playing?
Injured.
That's backfired. Hoyland's the one for me. Why is Hoyland on the bench?
I don't know.
£65 million signing. He's still playing Martial. He's been there a decade.
But you know what, though? I'm not going to lie to you. I love Hoyland, I love Hoyland. And I think he'll come good. Hoyland, yeah. But I wasn't really kind of going towards Hoyland. I wanted Vlahovic. I watched Serie A. And I said to myself, who can I get guaranteed goals from? Vlahovic for me was the answer.
That's what I wanted.
Eggs in one
before
basket.
Nunes.
Yeah, you wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
To put your eggs in one basket on Hoyland and say, yo, he's gonna get us all the goals. That is, again, it's so for me pressure on Hoyland. Yeah, but scored in the Premier League.
You know why this is happening though, isn't it? Because all these boards and managers are all going for teenager FC. No one wants to sign a player over 25 years old anymore. I see it sometimes in my chat when we link with a player. If they're over 25, people are saying, "Oh, he's old." What are you talking about? Everyone's obsessed with 19-year-olds. It's weird, man. I don't get it.
Blame Chelsea. Blame Chelsea.
No. Blame Arteta and Edu, man, with Youth Project. It's a youth project, Project Youth. Yeah, then you lot started doing it. Yeah, now everyone's having it. Like Barcelona are trying to do it. Like it's embarrassing.
Only 23 apparently as well.
What happened to experience and having the know-how, being there, doing it? Like it's crazy.
There's no lack of striking.
You're saying that Mason Mount's out injured. Yeah, I don't think he's injured. Yeah, he's got one of the best PR teams on the planet, mate. Yeah, that's just a case of get him out the team, make out he's injured. He's got number 7 on his back, and then when this manager gets sacked, he can come back in and he'll get a free pass because he weren't part of the cock-ups. Yeah, because he was injured. Yeah, mad PR. Trust me, he's got David Beckham's PR woman from when he got sent off and spun it around. Yeah, when he got sent off against Simeone. Yeah, same PR agency. Why do you think? Yeah, why do you think if he's gone to Man United and he's got number 7 in the first place? Because they're trying to market him as the next Beckham.
And even the vid, even the vid when he signed, what did Ten Hag say? I need you. Like you're gonna be my star.
You're gonna be. Oh my! Wallahi, I'm telling you now, guys. Yeah, Ten Hag is the biggest con artist ever, mate. This guy chats the most bullshit. He talks about Anana being the second best keeper in the league because based on stats. Well, how about you watch your game with your own eyes and see it actually costing us games, mate? I swear down. Watch his press conferences. He waffles, but I thought I waffle. You know me, I waffle a lot. Yeah, I've met a guy who waffles more than me. It could have been a draw. It was an offside goal, bro. fucking hell, that's what it is. It's an offside goal. It doesn't mean you got a draw out of it. You know what I mean? Flipping hell.
Remember when Jose did the one where he said we did not lose the game? We did not lose the game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but Lee, he's got aura, man. He's got a personality. Like, you actually respect it. Ten Hag just comes across as a clown. I think he's a fraud, mate. And I know.
He just don't inspire you, Lewis.
That's a while ago.
He doesn't, like, at least Arteta jumps around a little bit and gets a bit animated. This guy just plain as hell. Like, nothing about him.
He had a Peaky Blinder hat on, man.
And he doesn't have authority, Lee. You said it before. He doesn't have authority. I think Arteta actually does have authority over that squad. You know what I mean? Because he kicked out a couple of players, so the players know they got to listen. No one's listening to Ten Hag.
But let me tell you something. Elvie, he said tactics before getting spanked 3-0 by Man City. Tactics. And then we got spanked 3-0. Bro, that is wild, you know, man. If you're saying tactics, then you lose maybe a 2-1 or respectable loss. You kind of say, you know what? I get what he meant, tactics. Bro, it was tactics and a 3-0 loss. Are you out of your mind?
Didn't he get his excuses in for Newcastle as well? Before the game, Newcastle, he got his excuses in, didn't he? He's talking about like how he's been to Galatasaray. Yeah,
man. Like, bro, they have not got a squad. Now Nick Pope's out for 5 months.
Yeah.
And what's their excuse?
Ramsdale's linked to them, by the way. Ramsdale's linked.
I'll show you their injury record. Big up to Kendall. I think Kendall tweeted something. Let me go show you Kendall's. Look at the amount of injuries they've got here. And Man United we've only got Casemiro and Lissandro out.
She made a start in 11, innit? Made a start in 11.
Yeah, she made a start in 11, yeah. Let me show you right now. It's absolutely crazy, man.
And they went to PSG in the week. Yeah, they went to PSG in the week. Yeah, their backs to the wall. Getting shot after shot after shot against him, got robbed, and then putting that performance up against you lot. Like, but that shows you a well-coached team. Yeah, because every player that's come into that team that's not a starting player knows their job in that team.
Yep.
So they're well coached. When your team has there as well, injured, you look a mess. Well, you look a mess anyway, but crazy.
Yeah. You know why you got to give them more? No, go on, say.
I'll say, like, you know, if you added Tonali in there as well, because obviously he's now obviously banned and whatnot. But you got Botman's out, you got Burners had a good season for them. Nick Pope's out, Barnes, who they bought for 40 million. Wilson is in there. Willock, who's been very decent for them. Longstaff, who just looks like a world beater under Eddie Howe for some reason. So they've got signings out. You know what I mean? And this team probably will finish probably mid-table under Eddie Howe, because I rate Eddie Howe very, very highly.
I didn't know Willock was injured. He was there the other day. Did he get injured recently? Willock?
Yeah, Willock got injured the other week.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was back. But do you know what as well? You know, I've got to big up Newcastle as well. Because, yes, both had long weeks during the week, going away to Galatasaray, them going away to PSG, but your game was more of a gung-ho basketball game end-to-end. They had to defend basically for 90 minutes. That's mentally and physically more draining. And for them to put in that performance against you lot, when they should have been the more tired team, the more depleted team, you've got to give them their credit, man.
You do have to give them credit, Roms. You are right, but United also are ass, bro.
Yeah.
Two things can be true at the same time, man.
But do you know why I'm also giving them even more credit as well, LB? Because it's not even just the United game. Going there is just difficult in general. I know you lot not been there yet, but even last season, I think you lot got a 3-3 draw. We were lucky. They battered us pillar to post. We came out unscathed. Arsenal lost there. They battered Chelsea. That they are forced to be reckoned with at their ground. They're making that a fortress. So that's why I know you're right. Two things are right. United are poor, but they are so quality at that ground, and they make. I can actually see them not losing much this year. Maybe the only loss would be against us. I think they'll go undefeated the rest of the season at home. That's how much I rate them at home.
Yeah. You know what I've seen here as well, bro? You know, top 5 most paid players in the Premier League, Casemiro and Varane are in the top 5, and he's fallen out with both of them. Rashford, the 9th highest paid player in the Premier League, bro. Wow. United have 3 players inside the top 10 highest paid players, and they're dropping performances like this. Wild, man.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
You know why this don't
guys,
shock
make sure you liking the video. Yeah,
so
100%.
You know why this don't shock me? Because we know the contract curse. Sanchez got one, Ozil got one, Aubameyang got one, Pogba got one. When you give them big lucrative contracts, the only 2 clubs, LV, that you can give a big contract to and they propel is our club. When you give your players a big contract, they go into the next level, and so do us. I know Salah had a dip in form once he signed his, but now he's back to what he is. But the rest of the other clubs, it's like once they get this big contract, they start down in tools. All of the big players.
Facts, 100%, 100%. Listen, we're gonna quickly wrap up with Chelsea. I'm gonna show you where they are in the Premier League because they've literally jumped from they've jumped from
They've
11th to
jumped
10th.
from 10th to 10th, haven't they?
No, I think they were 11th. Were they 11th or 10th? Listen, I don't know where they were.
I don't even know.
No, I think they were
I don't
10th.
even know, but yeah, okay then. It's from 10th to 10th then, guys. They won yesterday. They obviously won with 10 men. With again, obviously Conor Gallagher got sent off, but like I said to you, they've just about got a win. And yeah, listen, man, they still need to beat us to get anywhere near this top 5. They must, but it's still far away, man. Look how mad the league is right now. Look at that, people, man. It's
Hey,
crazy.
look at that hipster manager, by the way, sat in 8th, yeah? If you scroll down, look how many goals conceded, 26. Scroll down to 17th.
Yep.
Oh, look, they
shit,
conceded the same as Luton.
Bro.
Yeah, why does he get so much praise? I
Wow.
can't wait till he gets sacked or they relegates him, man. Honestly, the amount of love that geezer gets, yeah. And people go, oh, but he got injuries and what? Yeah, spend the other 250 million quid you made in profit in the last summers. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
So, like beating Brighton, Chelsea should beat Brighton. Yeah, Conor Gallagher doing dumb stuff. I don't know what he was doing, man. Like, why are you throwing yourself into a tackle like that when you're on a yellow card? Yeah,
Crazy,
they got away with it.
crazy.
They got away with it,
And
Chelsea.
James
They're not
Milner
very
as
good,
well.
man.
Stupid. James Milner. What are you doing, man, as well, man? Like, Mudryk is going nowhere,
It was
man.
stupid,
He
but
has
do you
a
think
heavy
it was a
touch.
penalty? Do you think that was a
I
penalty?
think it was. He clipped him. I think it was a penalty. He clipped him. I don't know. Let me know in the
think
chat,
it's a bit
guys, if you
soft.
thought that was a penalty.
I
I think that was a penalty. I think that was a penalty, me. I know the ball went away from him, but he still clipped him. I just thought it was silly, man. It was silly. But listen, Chelsea got their win. Big games coming up. Liverpool who have you got in midweek?
Sheffield away. New manager bounced. Chris Wilder's coming back. So, you know what I mean? He should still get the job done, but I don't think it'll be as easy as people think. But we should win. And then we got Palace, 12:30, early morning kickoff at the weekend. Saturday, we've got to go Selhurst, which again we normally win. But they make it.
You always win. You always win over there. Yeah. No. That should be an easy win, man. I think the next couple of games you've got decent running, and then you've got Man United after. So, now listen, man, it's going to be a
makes it easier, isn't it? Makes the running.
Well, there you go. Exactly. Now, listen, guys, the games are coming thick and fast. It's going to be madness. The football season is upon us. 3 games a week. We might not even have to do previews. We might have to just do reviews only. You know what I mean? There'll be no previews. It'll be just literally review, game after game after game. You're going to be absorbed by football. But listen, I love it, me. Football, Christmas time, you know what I mean? It's what you're here for, man. You know, imagine just chilling around like winter break without no football. Nah, man, forget that, man. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that in January.
The winter break's in January, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd rather have it then. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather just carry on playing football, if I'm honest.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, maybe when they have this winter break, when they have the winter break, maybe that's when they should go and play all the international games, so they don't have to keep breaking up the season.
Yeah, that's true.
Set up all the internationals for 3 days apart. Yeah, so England to play every 3 days. Yeah, and do all of the games inside 2 weeks. Yeah, that way you don't have one in September, October, November. It's boring.
Yeah, that was a joke, man.
Yeah. No, I hate it, man. Especially November one. The September and October, I kind of like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. But the November one is the one that's the awful, man. It's just dead, man. But listen, man, they all need to go, man. They all need to go. But listen, people, we're going to wrap it up here, man. It's been a good show. Big up to everybody here. Sorry, Goonie couldn't make it. He just messaged, I think, in the group chat. But big up to you, Goonie. Sava, enjoy your holiday. Lee, got a big up to you for coming on, man. I think you're live after this. It should redirect you people to his stream. I think you and LB are going to go live and talk about something as well. So, yeah, Lee, it's been a pleasure. Man. What you got going on as well for your own channel
thanks
as well?
for having me. Big up to Roms, LB, and yourself. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. I'm going live on Lee Reacts now. We're going to talk about Man City, their suspensions, Haaland potentially getting a ban, and whether they've fallen off a cliff or not. So LB is going to jump on and join me on that. Then I'm on the podcast on the main channel with Kenny and Jez later. Not sure what time yet, but probably 4 p.m. UK. Then I'm on with Henry at 6. And then I'm going to do a Celta Vigo Cadiz watch along on Lee Reacts. Game of the day.
There you go.
Yeah. And I would also have a video dropping after that. See, I ain't stopping. Like I said, my daughter's fleeced my bank account. I need to get my money up again. Yeah. So yeah, this month I'm on it. So I'll have a video out about Ramsdale potentially going to Newcastle. And yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, thanks for having me.
There you go, people. Big up, man. Rom, it's been a pleasure, my guy, man. Appreciate you coming on, man.
No, thanks, bro. No, it's thanks for having me, man. But yeah, if you want to catch me later on, I should be on Monster's channel, Big Six Bands. Catch me on Never a Foul as well. But yeah, no, I love having you. Know, whenever I can make it, I'll be aside. Big up Lee, big up LB, big up the chat as always. Yeah, smash them lights, man.
Big up, man. Big up to you. And also big up to LB as well, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy for you the next couple of days, man. What are you telling me?
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Yeah, chilling, man. Chilling. Channel's going well, innit? We just got past 10K last week, so that was a dub. More LB second channel's doing all right as well. So yeah, help me out on that if you can, guys. And yeah, jumping on with Lee now, going on Lee Reacts. So come check that out.
Yeah. Big up, man. I'm going to be live 5 o'clock on my channel, Straight Jacket Podcast with Nuruddin. And also, I'm going to be live with Rants as well, 2 p.m. So come and check us over there as well, man. So come check out everybody, support everybody's channels. And we'll see you next week for the Midday Live. Big up to everyone.